Hello everyone and welcome to a new episode of Disco Elysium. Last episode we came here to the office of the boss, Ebrad, but I think it's his twin brother. Yeah, I was checking out when I was doing the edition, and he has a lazy eye on the portrait. So Joyce said that he will probably will be his twin brother. So I don't know. I can open this one with rhetoric.
You're
with the point we got.
the cargo
8%. No, we can't. 8%. No, that's pretty low. Okay. We have stuff to do. So, you open apartment door for Errad. Errad asks you to open the basement door behind the greenhouse in the backyard to intimidate the occupant. Do what you have to do. Errad promised to give you info in case of return. Get the key to the whistle door from Mañana. Where is Mañana? Okay, we need to look for Mañana. Chalk too tight to establish your authority. Okay, I will try to do that. You told Lena Morelli is missing because of the broken water lock. She's still worried he hasn't come back. Let Morel. Okay. Monday. Fulfill the autopsy. Perform a close inspection. The body arriving cause of death. Okay, well, I'm going to do that right now. Use Kim shortwave to return the serial number. Okay, we need to do that too. Police officer about the case. Click on Kim and ask about the case. Okay. Ask Rene about the photo. Okay. Where is the rest of the armor? Ask Kuno, the kid. Well, he knows. The hangover feels really bad. You have to take the edge off. Okay. The magic will happen. Find a bottle and put it in your hand. No, I'm not going to do that. Turn on your badge. Who could put? Okay, who else can authorize? We're in rush. Finding this person will know who had tampered with the scene. It make to cut away. The tattoos around the tattoo, possible meaning. Who made the call of the canine? Keep searching for the color despite lacking of any obvious leads. This might take some time. Find a way to the secret passage. Okay, and sing karate. I'm not going to do that. Get in reality. The smoker balcony is apartment. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do this today. Now go in front of Kinema. Now go and stand in front of the Kinema in the lights. Get in front of the Kinema headlights to read the halogen watermarks in your ledger. This may yield some information about who you are. Yeah, okay. I have a lot of stuff to do. So let's go. The last time I faced the Hardy Boys, I have my -2 authority book in my hand. So that's why they put me. And who is Mañana? I have a map of Mañana. No. Mañana supposedly should be out here. Let me check who is Mañana. Mañana is tomorrow in Spanish, if you didn't know. You are no, you're not Mañana, you're a freaking asshole. Who are you?
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really
We're not with the Hardy Boys.
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last.
Yeah, I don't want to hear
something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
But you're all part of the union.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the simile. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of...
There's more to it. What have you got against them?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually
female
vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
Who do you mean?
Find out for yourself.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's... If he's admitting that they went into the bad spot, that's pretty good. Who is Mañana? You're Mañana? You're not Mañana. Pretty sure you're not Mañana. You're one of the mercenaries. Oh, yeah, he's Mañana.
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He nods solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plane. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Yeah. He shakes his head solemnly. The mayor was hanged with a very specific type of cargo bolt, one often used in heavy transport areas, for example, harbors.
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Yeah, push out.
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He's not lying about not doing it himself.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
He takes a spit from his flask. Evra said you have a key to a door.
Key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
I was hoping you could tell me.
Of course. I got you. You don't know anything.
He taps the side of the nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I heard something about a whistle and it didn't sound like a local polar whistle, if you know what I mean.
Polar weasel? Oh. I know what you mean. I'm pretty sure he's actually Occidental, though. So you're gonna be committing fratricide, my racist friend. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the wailing in rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task? This whistle person? When he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker.
Yeah, I'm
I
saying.
like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask.
He means he's not going to tell you
Exactly.
because he doesn't know. But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Everard. Who he is and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
Actually, do you know anything about the Hardy Boys?
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Where is
We're
striking?
negotiating our share.
Your share? How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in southeast.
The
Raleigh.
rhetoric is super good.
But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
The bossman Evrak, what you can tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing in the union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties, watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
That does seem lavish to
He
me.
is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion. Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway, and moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
Are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
You shouldn't take what's not yours.
Then how can anything ever be mine? But that's okay. We don't have to agree. The prairie is wide enough for all of us.
Hey, you seem to spend a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure, I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing. It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool. That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
It doesn't sound that cool. Sounds antiquated, obsolete, passé. It's not disco.
The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could effortlessly go even wider,
Okay.
if need be. An endless torrent of time.
Good talking to you. Gotta run. So let's get out of here. And let's go to the Whirling Rags. Because I'm going to show this man my authority. Yeah, it's not too much, but I have a couple, I have to say. But let me show him my authority. And then we will go to the house and we will do a couple. So he's here? Yeah, can show him my authority. Okay, let me go to the inventory here. Check out this one. Let's put the primer. I have any clothes that give you authority? Conception, rhetoric, spirit, electrochemistry, shivers. And this one is suggestion. Yeah, someone told me that shivers is super good. The same as visual calculus. Yeah. So yeah, probably will do shivers the next time we load up. Okay, let me show you my authority.
It's you again. What is it?
Let's give a try with authority on him. It's 8%, so I don't know. This is probably not going to work.
As you look around
What?
this room
Okay.
full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
Where have I seen this before?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
I have to say that this is the second time I try it, because if you fail it, you get like 4 options, and I want to see the other ones, but I didn't know that it was going to success. It was an 8%. I get it, Titus. Your guys are really the authority around here. You must be, you're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No, I'm drunk on the job too. I don't give a shit, just like you guys.
Speak for yourself, buddy. We've been giving a shit for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
He picks the beer back up.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
Okay, it's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
He looks at her.
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
Okay.
What is her name?
Lieutenant takes out his notes.
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one.
I know her.
Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's Amonju with an O-U.
Shit. The girl.
Yeah.
The girl upstairs?
I knew it. That was
can't
her.
be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
Orange disco dancer?
Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
He knows upstairs. Okay, keep it cool. Nah, this is not going to work.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Can I heal myself? Yeah, I heal a little bit.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Whatever you do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
Yeah, no way in hell.
Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
So what was the relationship with the mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Something is off here. His anger is possessive.
Okay.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
It seems that it is personal for Titus.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
So where the raid happened? Yeah.
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
He turns to Glenn.
Here you go, boss.
No, I don't want to ask. This probably will anger him. Nah, let's ask it. Yeah, what is your relationship with her?
I know her.
He looks around and uncommon silence fills the room.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Yeah.
Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months.
He crossed his arm. So she's not from around here.
You mean Revachol? Nah. Our Miss Oranje disco dancer is an immigrant or a drifter of some sort. Been staying over here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent.
We got them. Okay.
What's
The roll of
with all
8% was
silences?
crazy.
It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it.
Yeah. You say you party cool. That's cool. But what do you mean?
What do you think I meant?
About this guy? Okay. Did you do karaoke?
Yeah. Tons of it. All the songs.
So you're saying the two of you were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're going to get for now.
Okay. Suggestion is also
He's
pretty
doing
good.
a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
Thank you. We'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Yeah, he points his beer can at you. I'm going to take off now. Man, this worked pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, yeah, I need to talk to Kim. Let me wait a little bit. Yeah, this one. Let's equip it. Let me save and let's talk to Kim. Let's come here. I don't want her to listen to me. Yeah, we need to do the autopsy and stuff. Talk to Kim.
Officer, what was that?
What was... What?
You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman?
Yes.
Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
Yeah. She knows I didn't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
I met her in the hallway after I woke up.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
That's it.
This is unprofessional. Not sharing information with me is unprofessional.
His opinion of you has lowered considerably.
But I didn't know, man. I didn't know that it was the woman we were looking for. Don't get angry. Don't get angry. What is happening to you? We are friends. We were doing pretty fine. Okay, she's here. I need to go there. Let's first, yeah, let's do the body exam. I want to look the body.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion. By autopsy, the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Yeah, we will read that first. What's exactly a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Epuis descent.
Clap your gloved hands. Let's get in there.
Death knell of disco.
Yeah, I'm going to.
What a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
I know what is a field autopsy. Yeah, I don't want to get into. It's rough. And more, you have a body of 2 weeks. Oof, man, those smell pretty hard, and it's pretty difficult to tell the family or if they know someone. Okay, clap your glove hands. Let's get in.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
Alright.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
Where should I take these notes? In my paperwork? Take your ledger.
Yes, you see, the field autopsy form is the one on red copier paper.
Okay, open your ledger at the field autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts.
This is super funny, man. The man stares in silence. No. What do you expect him to do? To dance?
Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
begin, assistant.
That's you.
Right initial, HDB.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says...
Coroner's case number...
KK57-0803.0815.
I hope we don't need to remember this.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
Yes, okay.
That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Shouldn't we fill the coroner's case under me? Technically, I write out the scene before you write it down.
Next.
Name.
We've heard the nom de guerre. Lely. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, Lely, nom de guerre.
What's next?
Date of birth?
Date of birth? NA.
Age?
Roughly 50.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm gonna write 42.
He nods.
Race?
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mundi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Right down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex?
Fucky!
The freaking kunos. Little monster exclaim. The little monster.
Male.
Oh man.
Pigs can have sex?
Right male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
Date of death?
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Right, 0103 51.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens, motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only
11.
one box remains.
Evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
A strange word. Treatment.
Didn't the footprint look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dogwalkers.
He placed his hand on the head of the man's chest, as if in preparation.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbach puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
Okay, turn the page.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto the side to check the underwear level.
See, it's happening.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something.
Yeah,
more
the freaking
lurid.
kunos. Write down.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Write
The
down.
boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Write down.
Tattoos.
His stand-up feet plan on the either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Write it down.
Well nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
No, don't touch it. Write down. Short, light brown, male pattern baldness.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
Freaking kids.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Write down.
Ligature mark.
The lieutenant proceeds a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Oh yeah, the chain cutters.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
Okay, pull off the rubber gripped cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
He points to the rope squeezing the dead man's neck.
we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Okay, physical instrument. Yeah, let's give it a try. Look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
Okay, let's give it a try.
You jam
you
the
failed
cutters
me.
right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold.
Rotate
Then-
some more.
A really, really bad smell is coming from there now. And some kind of cracking sound.
Okay, enough. Cut some.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that buggery.
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Let him work.
He sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Here.
He hands you the chain cutter back to the nail closer to the body, running his finger along the dark red groove until he comes to a gap.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Write it down.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia.
He pulls down the man underpants.
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it.
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
Inspect the genital. Remember that he was happy when he died.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
Write down and move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Yeah, this scarring is extensive, way more than a law officials.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars.
Write down.
Last item. Hands.
He takes the man's right hand and he inspects it, then moves to another hand. Pick up the hand.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
Yeah, my name is...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
Nothing, I got nothing.
Nothing does. This was pleasurable. I sincerely thank you for touching my hand. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Yeah, you can go with me.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Yeah, if we were expecting something.
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
Working so close to the fumes coming from the corpse must be hard. You realize suddenly that the lieutenant has been barely keeping it together these past 2 items.
Right on.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal examination summary.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
If I may add the moral of this story.
What would that be?
He looks to you inquisitively.
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
No. Right, Annie.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
Okay.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it gently.
Oh
A rotting
man, that
smell
is going to
erupts from the
smell.
mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, that's blood and liver fluid.
You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact.
Yeah, this is normal when you get hanged. Right down.
Respiratory system.
Back hunched, as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaw. Then he stops to extend more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
From here, it looks as though the clown-faced man is screaming. The tendons of his jaw are torn apart. Hyoid ripped from the force of the lieutenant's hands.
Look inside the dead man's mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Right down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Okay, why do... Right, NA. Yeah, it is the abdominal.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
But we didn't do any test. We don't know toxicology, if he was drunk or in possession of drugs or stuff. This is super important in serology. Yeah, you didn't do any test?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there?
Reservoirs? No, but do they take obscure trivia and odd tidbits?
The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do.
Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Right, NA, add toxicology request. Yeah. You can do a biopsy, and you can do other stuff. There are techniques for
the
that.
body exhibits lividity in the lower extremities, feet, hands, and neck.
Right down.
Gastrointestinal.
Oh man, don't tell me you're going to open him. He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground, to the pool of the fake case there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Okay, he touched the curve below the lower abdomen briefly. Write down, omit, boiler.
What's next on the list?
Description of injuries, summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Okay, 1 bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Right down.
And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal postmortem.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
The lieutenant's admission has caused great gratitude in Kuna. He is silent with it. Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal postmortem.
Right. Next.
Ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured. The cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Right down.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Opinion, fatal injury.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
You can read a copy of the autopsy
for
page.
processing.
He looks at the man one more time, then he has leave of the red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again.
He's thinking, did I miss something? I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Okay, let's give it a try. Probably won't be able. Yeah, this is 14, I have perception 4.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
And look at his pants
The
again.
genitals in his breeches continue to be unnoteworthy. You see the penis of a dead man. If you've seen it once,
Okay.
Can't get enough of that.
Do you think we missed something?
you can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
I got a gut feeling that there is more to this corpse.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, where do we find a fridge for the body?
It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Okay.
Fuck are you looking at, being old man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
Kuno looks like he gets around. Knows Martinez. And its fridges too, probably.
Okay, let's hurry then.
This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will become harder to find.
Perfect. Okay, and I level up, and like I said, I'm going to give a point to Shivers. Because someone told me Shivers is super good and you will have a lot of good stuff leveling up Shivers, so I say okay. Okay, let's talk to the kid. The safe. We need to ask a couple stuff to you.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Kuno, I found your shack. I point to the shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I pushed the panel aside, Kuno.
And then what? You fucking there? You fucking Kuno's kingdom.
He's trying to fuck at you again, Kuno.
I have a plate covered with powder residue. You know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
What with the tube of magnesolam, Kuno?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
It looks like you just point at the sun and ask what it was.
You could use some.
It's magnesium, right?
Yeah, it's the mag. You fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, rips mag like a motherfucker, and you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
Oh, come on, it's just magnesium. Don't mystify it.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
It looks like you eyes bulging.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're
Okay.
gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
I heard enough of
Good
this.
call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Kuno, I need a fridge to stash the body.
For the fuck him. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing.
I thought that you will. Where is it?
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
Okay, let's give a rhetoric. 83 is 83.
By killing in his territory, someone has openly challenged Kuno. It's in his best interest to put them in their place.
Some arrogant shit thinks he can kill the Kuno's kingdom without asking the Kuno first. That sounds like lawlessness to me.
A dark flame smolders in Kuno's eyes as he ponders your argument. Wordless, like kings do.
This Owl of Fate is in your hands. Let's make an example of him. Help me locate him using fridge body technology.
Alright, Kuno hears ya. See that shit house over there?
He points to the collapsed building in the bookstore.
A cold comes over you as you glance behind him at the crumbling colossus there. casting a shadow on you.
Yes, I see it. The big, tall one behind.
You gotta get in that shit. In there, deep.
What do you mean in there deep?
Check the fucking basement, pig. Don't you know anything? Always check the fucking basement, recon style. There's a giant fridge down there. Fucking will fit, no problem. It looks like a white bear or some shit. Try not to piss yourself when you see it.
A white bear? A polar bear?
How do I get in the building again?
Through the bookstore. You gotta beg the book bitch. Used to be you could get in there through the doorbell, jam that shit. Book bitch changed that. Kuno doesn't beg, so Kuno doesn't go there anymore.
Beg the book bitch?
Yeah, book bitch, beggar. You stupid or something?
He means the bookstore.
Yeah, I understand.
We have to ask. Plaisance is the mother of the little girl peddling books on the plaza. We have to ask Plaisance in the store.
Impressive note-keeping, Lieutenant.
See, the cloud gets it. Listen to your four-eyed friend.
Okay, thank you, Kuno.
You didn't hear it from Kuno, pig. But
Hey, look at
don't
you.
forget where you heard it from.
Kuno owns you now, pig.
Eh,
You're Kuno's property.
I want to ask you something about the body.
Fuck about it.
What is the rest of the armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
Kuno's fuckgimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
What do you mean threw it away?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
He personally a kick off on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the sea?
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
Who do you mean? Troubadour?
Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
You mean Mañana?
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
Okay, let it be. And you're just telling me this out of kindness of your heart, Kuno?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
You're testing Kuno's patience.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Kuno.
Thank you, Kuno. Okay, let's go and see the bookstore owner. We need her now. Kim said that this is urgent, so it's urgent. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on my social media. See you on the next video. Bye bye.